Hello everybody and welcome back to the stream. Tonight we're gonna be reacting to a man's guide to the Huntsman. So this one is gonna be the last of the man's guide. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing all the extra bonus clips. I might just do them if people are asking me again, kind of like when we did it with the with Lazy Purple's stuff. Again, in this one I'll probably end up doing the same thing. That if you guys want me to look at those, I'll definitely look at those. But yeah, again, comment below if you have any videos that you guys want to recommend me as well. You can go on ahead and type them in the comments below, as well as I do all of these live on my stream, so you can take a look at them there. Twitch.tv/Yuffie, you can see me there. If you want to follow me there, it'd be great. Hopefully we go well, and again, we are at 500 at this date. At the current date that we're at right now, we are at 500 subs, and again, if we get to 1,000, then I will definitely think about, well, probably not even think about, we probably will do a community night playing Team Fortress 2. Maybe even make it like a thing, because you know, Team Fortress is the community that got me to this point, so I'm glad. I'll like maybe even do a little personal thank you, like a little thank you card for it with like a black screen, make it all dramatic and shit. But yeah, anyway, let's go on ahead and look at Man's Guide to the Huntsman.
Time is precious. We're back.
Oh god.
And that's the important thing.
Wait, what does it mean by procedural? Hold on. How do I shut this stupid thing down?
Oh my god, it's the remake.
Yes! Yes! Jawohl! Ja!
It's fucking eye twitch. It's really good.
So good.
It's I'm probably gonna keep saying this, but the intros are always fucking great. They're great to look at. They're well animated. I don't know, man. Fucking, he's been really great with it, especially the interactions between him and his producer. I think that guy's supposed to be his producer. I'm pretty sure it acts as his producer, but they have really good back and forth whenever I watch this.
Oh, Huntsman, my beloved. Where do I even begin with this monstrosity? Well, I guess let's just start with stats. The Huntsman is... KJ? I think the graphics messed up. Where are the stats?
No, there aren't any.
What?
There aren't any stats.
We mean there aren't any stats.
I mean there aren't any stats.
What, like none?
0.
Cool. The Huntsman is an unlockable sniper primary with no stats. That, despite that, is also completely different from the stock rifle. You hold down left click to draw an arrow and begin charging up and release it to fire.
Gameplay, bro. What the fuck?
Look, are you sure that we can't just like add stats?
It's a bow and arrow. Why don't they add the fact that you have to, you know, hold the fire button? Why isn't there like saying that the projectile is not on hit? Like, those are important stats to the gun. Wait, I'm confused. I'm confused too. Like, what? There's a lot to it. It's not a rifle.
Nope. What are you even gonna add? There's nothing.
The more you charge it, the straighter the arrow flies and the more damage it does. Also, if you hold it for too long, then the sniper becomes more jittery. Look at this. There is no way.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's it. Come on. It's all coming together. Bingo. Huh? Hey, you get out of here. You don't interrupt the genius at work.
Hey, what? They fucking...
I think it's too obvious that it's not a rifle that they didn't even bothered.
That actually makes sense. I also find it really funny that they brought in Lazy Purple to make fun of the fact that he has yet to make how it feels to play medic, in TF2, which is really funny too, because let's say it does come out, let's say he does make it, let's say it is something that comes up, I'm not going to be able to watch it till like a couple months after it's been made. So that's another layer on top of our own thing, because obviously I don't want to cannibalize other people's work, especially when it's just come out. Like I have rules about these. These are videos that have come out 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I think the earliest one that I'll probably be doing is probably one that's been out for about 3 to 4 months, maybe. It all depends. But let's go to continue. That's a funny jab.
All right, great. You happy?
Yes.
Yeah, 330% charge rate, 20% movement speed while charging the bow and arrow. Reload speed, damage penalty, primary max ammo becomes inaccurate after 5 seconds of charging. Cannot scope, fires arrows instead of bullets.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, why
God,
did they
this
add
is
that?
stupid. I'm rating the Huntsman 1 fruit shoot out of 5, and it doesn't even hit the apple. It hits the fucking bounding box and counts as a headshot. Looking at this thing closer, the mechanism being click and release, the conditional projectile deviation, it's a lot less like the sniper rifle and more like the beggar's bazooka. And also like the beggar's bazooka, this thing is really fucking weird. Let's just say that the Huntsman embodies that whole failing upwards gimmick that we covered in the beggar's video almost perfectly. The main thing making this such a strange item is the fact that it's not a hit scan weapon like every other sniper primary. It fires projectiles, like a rocket launcher or a flare gun. Okay, so why does that even matter? Well, it means the game can't tell whether or not you hit just by checking to see if you clicked on an enemy gamer.
Oh.
There's travel time involved, and it has to determine whether or not you hit based on...
The concept of the beggar's bazooka was so great when I first thought of it. And then I also talked about how like the gambling aspect of it, of like, you know, hitting the exact area where the people are coming. Sounds really fun in general. I've seen it. I saw the video. I'm not gonna lie, I would probably use the beggar's bazooka. It sounds like a really fun weapon to use.
If the projectile hitbox hits the enemy gamer's hitbox, or sometimes their bounding box. And those boxes are kind of infamous for being, well, they're a little off. Basically, the way that it works is that the projectile hitbox colliding with the player hitbox registers as a hit. And if it's a hit hitbox, then it also registers as a headshot. But if the projectile only collides with the bounding box, which is the thing that checks if your character's hitting a wall or a tree or some shit, then the arrow teleports forward a little bit and then teleports again to the nearest player hitbox inside of that bounding box. Basically, this means that if the hit hitbox is the closest thing to the point where your arrow hit the bounding box, then it just teleports to your head and counts as a headshot because this game's cool awesome. Look, I'm no scientist. There were probably like 27 mistakes in that explanation alone. But what I do know is that all of this and how it relates to the Huntsman can be summarized in 2 words. Weaponized jank. Honestly, that's it. That's the main theme right there. How should you, a real Manco mercenary, use the Huntsman? Embrace the jank. Weaponize it. There you go.
He just used a Girardi. What the fuck does that even do? What does the jar of piss do? That's the one question that I've been having. Like I've seen it. It sounds fucking funny to throw a jar of your own piss at somebody, but like, what the fuck does that even do? Like seriously.
Look at this, the spy's trying to get away with the intel, so I gun him down with the SMG, do a quick check to see if anybody else is here. Spy decloaks behind me, so I hit him with a quick body shot. Okay, I hit him with a quick head.
Bro, no fucking way. That fucking sucks.
I think it reveals invisible and increases damage the affected receives.
That's crazy. I didn't even know what that did. All right, thank you, Harold. I appreciate that.
Shot, apparently. In this clip, our NG's getting sapped, and the scout's gonna run in and try and destroy the sentry, so I'm just gonna shoot off a couple arrows to deter him from doing it again. He's gonna peek again. Here's a clip where I'm just gonna walk back to spawn after firing off almost all my arrows, and I see this spy decloak, and I just, cool. Like, bro's even looking at the arrow, like, how the fuck did that hit me? Come on, man.
It's so stupid.
You stay right there, punk. Oops. Ooh. Right between the eyes.
And yeah, these are all janky and funny, but to be fair, all of these clips...
Bro, the concept of just missing abysmally and then immediately just getting a headshot off of that abysmal miss sounds like the funniest shit ever. It's annoying to go against, but you have, like, it's just so ridiculous. It's just so fucking stupid, bro. You just shoot them with the gun instead, like, fuck it, yo.
Are ones that you could do just as easily with the rifle, maybe even easier. Like, okay, let's just put myself in that same situation with the rifle, and you would just, like, Yeah, it's really hard to escape the shadow of such an oppressive weapon type, especially if what you're trying to escape with is as gimmicky as playing melee with a set of DK bongos. But okay, yeah, sure, not every kill is a stupid gimmick. Like, look at this. I see this guy, predict when he's gonna double jump, carefully aim a shot, and then...
Ah! That fucking hurts my heart. That hurts my soul. The amount of times that I accidentally kill somebody that I'm not aiming at is so fucking stupid. And the amount of times that it happens to me where I accidentally do a get down, Mr. President bullshit is even more aggravating. It's so stupid.
Okay, so maybe some kills are on people that you didn't mean to shoot. Maybe it's more than just some.
Dead center.
Yeah, okay, who am I kidding? The Huntsman racks up so many accidental kills that it's basically just a slot machine. Let's just say that there's a reason people call this thing the Lucksman. Welcome back to a brand new game show exclusive to Man's Guide. It's called Did He Mean to Kill That Guy? The rules are simple.
All of them are
I show
no.
you a clip of either me or KJ using the Huntsman, and you tell me if you think we meant to do that. Just, ignore that part.
No, that was a no. That was 100% a no. He just snuck up and took the arrow. He missed and hit the guy behind him. That is a no. Of course it's the spy. Why did I expect it to be anybody else? Get down, Mr. President, all by accident. I think that was on purpose. That was an accident. Yeah, that was an accident. That was an accident. That was both an accident and on purpose. I saw him aim a little forward ahead of the other one, but it released when he was unable to hit it. But the other guy came in to run away and got fucking hit by it. So yeah, that was absolutely an accident.
No fucking way.
Did he just fucking hit the... It's another spy, bro.
Final chance to get your answers in. Are you ready to see how you did? All right, drum roll, please. No, of course we didn't mean to kill any of those people. Anyway, thanks for watching the latest and only episode of Did He Mean to Kill That Guy? It's the only episode because it's maybe a little too easy. Actually, now that I think about it, why not just... Hang on. Sorry. Okay. Now that I think about it, why not just shoot without actually seeing someone, right? I mean, there's always a chance that a sniper's gonna peek through that one window on battlements after I shoot this arrow. Yeah, blind fires work too, by the way. In this clip, they just capped first and a spawn wave just came in, so I'm gonna jump in front of here and fire off an arrow, and there you go. I think I know roughly when their next push is gonna be, so I'll just peek out here and fire an arrow in this.
This is exactly how it feels to get shot by a fucking Hanzo, by the way. Like, half the time, yeah, don't get me wrong, there is a chance that using Hanzo does take a lot of skill, where you kind of have to go on ahead and aim where they're going, but half the time that I'm getting shot by them, it feels like a lucky shot. It feels that he didn't mean to hit that area, and he fucking hits it. It fucking pisses me off. I hate it.
General direction, and yeah, wow, this game's easy. In this clip, my partner got auto-bounced, and I don't even need to narrate this, just listen to the reaction. What? Huh? I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't aiming for you at all. I shot an arrow in the general direction of red team. By its very nature, a hit scan weapon can't get these blind fire kills, so I don't know, you tend to get them a lot with the Huntsman, so maybe that'll help to catch up to the... 10. Well, at least the Huntsman excels at close range. Not having a scope and still being able to headshot actually helps out a lot here and lets you be far more aggressive. Like, look, I peeked this corner.
He does it too. He does the flick shot where you go floop floop, and then immediately at the first floop you shoot and then floop back to wherever you were looking. Those shots, I fucking wish I could do those. I'm an ass at those.
That I have absolutely no business peeking, and let's be honest, I should probably die with nothing to show for it in this situation, but that's okay. I'm using the Huntsman. Could you do that with a stock rifle? Well, yeah, I guess you could, but what about this? In this clip, I'm waiting for somebody who took the intel, and this scout rushes me from the side, so I just flick up quickly and hit him in the head. If I was in this situation with a stock rifle, I wouldn't have been able to charge up a shot, so that... Well, okay, I guess you could just quick...
What it seems like is that the Huntsman is just more or less just for the memes, that a normal sniper would be able to just do better in the situation. I don't know. Maybe there's a reason why you'd want to use a Huntsman in any particular situation, but it kind of just seems that you're better off using the sniper rifle. And the only reason why you'd end up using the bow and arrow is just for the memes.
Okay, but in this clip, I'm walking back to the front lines and hear a spy decloak behind me, so I turn around and just hit him in the head really quickly. Well, okay, I guess I wouldn't have been zoomed in to begin with the rifle, so I guess you could also do that with stock. Okay, but you know what the rifle can't do? Stab. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, that's right, the Huntsman's got the ultimate form of disrespect, a taunt kill. You remember the old saying about how Sniper can do everything Spy does except better? That applies to backstabs too. You don't even need to be behind them. And I know, I hear you saying—
That's fucking wild. No way did they add a fucking Luigi kill. Oh my fucking god. No. Fucking. So Luigi, if you haven't played Smash Bros, which I'm sure a lot of you fucking have, he has a taunt that kicks. And what it does normally is it kind of bounces you up. So what you don't normally want to use it. You can use a bunch of his other abilities, but the only place where it's actually useful is when you ledge grab, because it turns out that what's not happening is you're being shot up. What's happening is you're being hit down onto the floor and then bounced up. It's a spike. So when they're on the ledge and you use your ability to kick, and if you plan it right, you can just spike them before they even hit the ledge. It is fucking ridiculous, and it looks like you could do the same here, except, you know, it's an insta-kill.
Taunt kills. Why does that even matter? Why bother getting into melee range to kill someone with a severe delay when you could just use the rifle and yeah, sure, I get it. It's slow, it's short range, it's comically impractical, all things that are antithetical to Sniper's core design. This really is just nerfing yourself for the funny, but let me just ask you a question. Can your stock rifle do this? Stab. Yeah, I didn't think so.
Oi, just a heads up, man. Looks like this thing got patched out a while ago.
What? Wait, that's not in the patch notes anywhere. What was it, like a stealth fix?
Yeah, it was never documented. You can still taunt while stunned, but for some reason the staring contest just stops after the first stun. Anyway, we just replaced the clip with SFM.
Man, that's so fucking stupid. I can't have shit in this game. Okay, but the Huntsman's got funny ragdolls.
That's fucking stupid. Why would you want to patch that out?
Isn't that whack?
Hold on, that sounds stupid. Why would you even patch that out? Hold on.
Stun. Anyway, we just replaced the clip with SFM.
Man,
looks like this thing got...
It's slow, it's short range, it's comically impractical, all things that are antithetical to Sniper's core design. This really is just nerfing yourself for the funny, but let me just ask you a question. Can your stock rifle do this? Stab. Yeah, I didn't think so.
Oi, just a heads up, man. Looks like this thing got patched out a while ago.
Why?
What? Wait, that's not in the patch notes anywhere. What was it, like a stealth fix?
Yeah, it was never documented. You can still taunt while stunned, but for some reason the staring contest just stops after the first stun. Anyway, we just replaced the clip with SFM.
Man, that's so fucking stupid.
That is fucking
can't
stupid.
have shit in this game. Okay, but the Huntsman's got funny ragdolls though. Like, look at this funny ragdoll. Isn't that wacky? Huh? Bet the stock rifle can't do that. Nope. No, that wasn't funny.
That shit was funny.
No, Oh, but the Huntsman pins the ragdolls to the wall. Look at how funny that is. That makes using it worth it, right?
You failed!
Look, there's really no getting around it. Clearly, anything the Huntsman can do, the rifle can do it better. And anywhere the Huntsman even comes close, it's mostly just luck. Here's a clip, and yeah, it looks cool, but what would happen if we had the rifle? Boom, same thing. Here's a rifle clip. Wow, I won a sniper duel. Cool. Now what happens if we go into this situation with Huntsman? Whoa, shocker, I died. Pocketed demo catches me off guard, and that's fine. I'm able to get the kill and force the medic to retreat, but obviously it would have been a lot easier if I had the rifle. See, I'd click on his head and...
Oh, wait a minute. Damage.
Okay, well, that must have just been a fluke, right? In that one specific situation, the Huntsman did something that the rifle couldn't. It would never happen anywhere else, right? Like in this clip, the Demo Knight charges me and I shoot him in the head and taunt because, haha, funny, but you give me the rifle in this situation and I would... Okay, maybe it's just Demo Man? Like, okay, here's a clip where I kill a heavy. I'm walking around all stupid and aggressive and I just wait for him to rev up and shoot him in the head. So then let's rewind, give myself the rifle, and then...
It's damage. The damage of the Huntsman is higher than the sniper, so you're able to crit fatter enemies. Oh, I see.
Huh. Wait, okay, I can't believe I'm saying this, but does the Huntsman take skill?
Oh, shit.
So is there a graphic or KJ? Is that actually what we're using?
No, we're not ready for this part. Go buy some time.
Oh, Okay.
We'll be right back after a quick message from our sponsor.
This episode of Man's Guide is sponsored by War Thunder, the most comprehensive vehicle combat game ever made. War Thunder puts you smack dab in the middle of dynamic, combined arms PvP battles with more than 2,000 tanks, planes, helicopters, and ships to choose from. 2,000! And it seems like they nailed the quality as well as quantity too, because every vehicle just has an absurd level of detail to the point where they're modeled down to their individual components. It all comes together in this awesome, immersive experience featuring support for 4K resolution, authentic sound effects, great music. Actually, back up, I was especially impressed by the sound design.
Yeah, this actually sounds really good.
You want to hear something even better?
Sure, what was that?
To be honest with you, I never really got around to playing War Thunder until now, since I always thought it just wasn't my type of game. You know, one of those like hyper-competitive realism simulator type deals. And to be fair, it can be that if you want it to be, but War Thunder also offers arcade battles, where things are simpler, faster, and more action-packed. There's actually 3 levels: arcade, realistic, and simulator, so no matter what type of player you are, War Thunder's got you covered. They even have silly events sometimes, like racing and tank football? Wait, what? And for those of you still on the fence about this, you should probably know it's also free. Plus, if you're a new player or returning after 6 months and you use the link in the description, you get this bonus pack with like tons of free stuff. Click that link and play War Thunder now for free on PC, PlayStation, or Xbox. Thanks again for sponsoring the video, y'all.
Let's get right back to our feature presentation.
Huntsman takes skill.
All right, was that enough time? Are you good?
I'm good. Go ahead.
Okay, so right off the bat, the Huntsman actually has a range of damage where it outperforms the sniper rifle. Because the Huntsman charges up much faster than any rifle, it's a lot easier to deal with anyone who has between 151 and 360 health. This includes pyros, demos, soldiers, heavies, and actually every class in the game with overheal. Well, except heavies, but you know. For this reason, I actually kind of prefer the Huntsman when I'm dealing with any pocketed class. With heavy.
So yeah, it makes sense. Okay, so now I see what's going on here. My uneducated opinion is coming in again. So it feels as if now you're becoming from a long-ranged character into kind of more of a mid-range. I don't know. Every time I see bow and arrow in every game, I always kind of play in the mid-range, maybe sometimes close range because I'm fucking stupid. But definitely does a lot more mid-range because the charge is a lot faster. You don't have to. Your move, I think it's also said that your movement speed goes up too. So the increased movement speed and the increased charge speed, then 100%, yeah, I think that would kind of transform him more into a mid-range character than it would be a sniper character, which does make sense. No, yeah, this is one of the weapons. These are each and every one of these seems to be the weapons that change the way that the character plays. And it's very interesting. It adds a lot more dynamic just by tweaking a few stats. I mean, in this case, it's probably a lot more than a few, but still, the moral of the story is still kind of there. It just seems that it's a lot better to be able to change it by just changing a couple things that the characters can do. You know?
Sure, you can't one-shot them, but you can mostly just corner peek and get away with it just fine. And if they're not being pocketed, then it's even easier to deal with them. And it doesn't just charge faster, it starts charging sooner as well. See, when you charge a rifle shot, there's a small delay between when you scope in and when the damage buff starts building up. With the Huntsman, it starts charging immediately, as soon as you press mouse 1. So the base crit damage for both of them is still 150 damage, but because of that instant charge, realistically you'll be starting more in the high 150s to 160s or so. A lot of people overlook this feature. Many snipers that I see equipping the Huntsman just use it like the classic, as in you charge up a shot all the way and then fire. But here's the thing. Unlike the classic, you don't actually have to charge up a shot all the way to land a headshot. You could fire midway through the charge right after you clear the damage threshold that you need to take out the class that you're fighting, or you could just throw an arrow out without even charging it at all. Oh, spy behind you. Oh, okay.
That was some shit.
So yeah, no, it's if I do use sniper, then I definitely use the Huntsman. I don't know. I'm not good with rifles, but arrows do sound like a really fun gimmick to use in games like these. I do see the appeal of it. At first, obviously, I was like, oh, it's just a meme. Obviously, I mean, it's so goofy. The sniper already does all of it, and now I'm looking at it. I'm just like, oh yeah, no, it's. I feel like it does have viability, 100%.
Fire firing in a nutshell is just tapping mouse 1 instead of holding it, which lets you fire an arrow a lot faster than you'd otherwise be able to. When you shoot an uncharged shot like this, the firing arc is a lot more severe, meaning it'll be less effective at medium and far range. But that arc really isn't as big of a deal when someone is right up in your face. So if you're getting rushed down by a light class or a flanker, it's usually a good option to just aim slightly above where you normally would and tap fire. In this clip, I'm walking down a tight corridor on Dust Bowl, and oh no, the scout comes around the corner and surprises me. So what do? I just aim slightly above where I normally would, tap mouse 1, and boom. In this clip, I body shot this pyre, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna follow me back to spawn after a second, so I go back here, stop for a second, go back up, aim slightly up, and then boom. Here's a clip where a scout flanks me and gets right up in my face, but that's okay because I'm using the Huntsman.
Mind you, he says this casually, but mind you, you're talking to a person who manages to miss on like the easiest weapons. I'm 100% in any situation like this would fucking miss horrendously. And let's just say that I do get lucky and I do manage to get a headshots. Mind you, it would probably just immediately be luck. 100%.
And I just, yeah. Oh, and here's the pyro. Yeah, okay, I deserve this. Oh, but wait, here's the second Huntsman sniper with a steel chair!
It's fucking funny.
And sometimes that arc can even work in your favor, too. You can just lob arrows over map geometry and hit shots from places that you would never be able to with the stock rifle. This usually comes into play when you're fighting rifle snipers, but if you find a fun spot, you can just fire, and fire, and fire again, and fire again. And oh, hey, we hit somebody, and fire again, and you just keep going. It's great. Yet another quirk with how charging works on the Huntsman is that you're a lot more mobile when you're doing it. Right off the bat, your movement speed is twice as fast when you're charging a Huntsman shot, but that's not even the best part. You can also start charging and fire while you're in the air. With the rifle, you can kind of do this if you drop off of something or get knocked into the air.
Oh, because I'm a greedy...
But if you actually hit the jump button, then you just can't scope. This restriction just isn't a thing with the Huntsman.
Yeah, no, that just makes sense. Okay, yeah, no, that's incredible change of gameplay for the character, 100%. Like, wow, it kind of opens up this new area where, no, yeah, absolutely. He goes from a far range character to mid to close range. And that's actually pretty incredible. Actually, I wouldn't even mind playing the sniper like this.
So I often find myself jumping around and charging in midair to maintain my speed, kind of like a jump rev is heavy. And when you combine this with tap firing and just start b-hopping around and headshotting people, then you get some really ridiculous stuff. Yeah, sure, I'm probably biased, but playing an extremely mobile and aggressive sniper feels so much better than playing optimally with the rifle. And there's so much more to it too, like how well it pairs with all the SMGs, how the taunt kill has a legitimate use in stuffing Ubers, how the faster charge lets you deny bombs more easily with body shots. I honestly can't.
The taunt can kill Ubers? That's wild! No fucking way. You're supposed to be invincible through all that. How the fuck are you just gonna be able to kill an Uber? That defeats the purpose of going Uber. He's Luigi. Motherfucker is literally Luigi.
Can't believe I'm saying this, but the Huntsman actually has legitimate tech that takes skill and practice to master. I know, just hear me out. Sure, it's wacky and pretty situational, but when that situation presents itself and everything comes together, there is just absolutely nothing else like it.
That's crazy.
Wait, what? Are you fucking kidding me? Did we even see the same gameplay just now?
Reported.
I guess that's the real problem, isn't it? The Huntsman is so widely seen as this meme weapon that it's hard to actually get people to respect it. I mean, I'm no different. At the beginning of this video, I said it was effectively just a spammy slot machine. In many ways, it doesn't really matter how much tech the Huntsman has. You could hit a nice quick headshot after predicting someone's movement, or clean up a 1v1 with some clever movement of your own that baits them into chasing you around a blind corner, or even something as basic as a silly flick or a goddamn 3.
The only thing that I can think of, hi Arden. The only thing that I can think of is for people complaining in this kind of situation is this just like, I don't know. It's like going into a game like fucking Call of Duty, fucking Battlefield, and you have that tiny little pistol, the pepper shooter. I think in the beginning it was actually really fucking good for some reason, and then it kind of got like nerfed because obviously it's a joke weapon. But it kind of gives you this feeling that, like, yeah, it's supposed to be a meme, and because everybody already believes that it's this giant meme of a fucking weapon, it's just like, you gotta think, you think about it. You're an archer in a game of guns and bullets. It already seems pretty fucking ridiculous. It's kind of like how people talk to Hanzo about like, oh, why are you using such a primitive weapon? It seems pretty fucking stupid of you. And to a degree, yeah, it actually is pretty fucking stupid, you know? Like, it's just like, why using something so primitive? And it kind of, like, especially in TF2, whenever it's being told that you're kind of like, you know, your headshots are kind of just like randomized. Everything seems to be RNG for you. You're gambling on this kind of thing. But in the end of the day, I don't think it's a bad weapon. And the people who are like looking at this is just like, oh, it's just a joke weapon that nobody uses. It's people who are hard-headed and don't want to change the way that they play. They're set in their ways, and they'll always say that and get mad whenever they're actually proven wrong. I mean, it's always pride. I get mad when I get proven wrong and whatnot. Then in this case, it's kind of just like, yeah, no, 100%. I think every weapon does take an amount of skill. The hobo's rocket launcher, you know, I think it's a hobo's rocket launcher. The beggar's bazooka, for instance. That one technically does require you to have a bit of luck to hit your shots, because there is a area where it shoots, and you'll always end up like, you'll end up missing at some points. Not always, obviously, but you'll end up missing at some points. So, but to a certain amount of skill, yeah, you're gonna need to be able to. But imagine all the things that he already can do. So you overload the beggar's bazooka, and you're able to reach from point A to point B real fucking fast. You in close quarters combat using a bazooka like that will guarantee, because you could 3-shot somebody and it'll immediately hit somebody. To a certain degree, there is a bit of luck to it, but there's still skill within that luck, you know? It's kind of like, in this case, you know, it's kind of goofy whenever you get a fucking headshot when you missed them like fucking miles away from their actual head. Yeah, but even then, it's just like, that still does require skill. And a lot of the times whenever you see these kind of weapons, it's just like, I think in the end of the day, there will always be a chance that it will require a little bit of skill to kind of do it. It's kind of like saying that Junkrat doesn't require skill. It's just like, it's not that it doesn't require skill. It's more just less that the entry level is fucking basement level, but the skill ceiling is about skyscraper level, is what it is, basically. That's what it feels like it kind of is in this situation.
60 headshot. In every single situation, no matter what the play was, someone's gonna complain about it. By picking this weapon, you're essentially sacrificing any respect that
No, we're not playing Earth Defense Force. Sorry, I forgot to change it. We're doing just chatting. I don't know why I didn't change it. We're gaming.
the other team has for you. When you really look closely at the Huntsman, through all the memes and jokes, all the jank and questionable hitboxes, despite what it looks like on the surface, this wacky, situational, statless mess of a weapon is not a comedy. It's a tragedy. It'll always be stuck in the sniper rifle's shadow, even if it encourages a fun, fast-paced, more engaging playstyle. Even if it really does sometimes outperform the rifle, because in the court of public opinion, it's still just the Lucksman. No matter how good you get with it, you will never be more than a Lucksman spammer. And that is truly tragic.
If I had started playing, no joke.
You know what?
If I had started playing this game back in the time when I actually got, like, you know, was playing it before I even started streaming, I'd probably have been one of those people who would play the game over and over again with the weapons that would 100% be made to be used as joke weapons, because in the end of the day, I really do think that even the most jokey characters, the jokey weapons, they all have validity. I would have made myself to be the best Huntsman sniper. I would be the Lucksman sniper. I would be that guy. And honestly, it just, I don't know, to me, just, it resonates with me. It resonates with me.
If you're a real Manco mercenary, do whatever the fuck you want. Corner peek, camp choke points, or go crazy aggressive, do more 360s and shit. It doesn't matter. Nobody's opinion is gonna change anyway. Look, at the end of the day, nothing matters, life's short, and the Huntsman is fun. So go have fun with it, dude. And also spam down choke points on Dust Bowl, because let's be honest, it's gonna do basically the same thing.
That's fucking hilarious. That's fucking hilarious, because we literally fucking talked about that, and I said that same exact fucking line.
Once again, thanks to War Thunder for sponsoring the video and making this double feature possible. Again, if you're a new player or returning after 6 months and you use the link in the description or pinned comment, you get a bunch of free stuff. This bonus pack has multiple premium vehicles, a premium account, an exclusive 3D decorator for your vehicles, and much more. Seriously, it's worth your time and then some. Just give it a shot.
that was a good video. So that was a really good video. I really did enjoy it. That was the man's guide to the Huntsman, and kind of, and honestly, this is another one that I would actually end up using. While I would be the type of person to main the pyro, I would definitely be the type of person to use the sniper's Huntsman, weapon. It does make the game look a lot more funner to be able to do things like that. And honestly, in my humble opinion, or my uneducated opinion, I think those gameplays are always the best. But anyway, let me stretch. Feels good. But yeah, no, that was a man's guide to the Huntsman. If you want more Yuffie content, always come by. I stream Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays.
I would use it because my aim is ass. Might as well use it and get lucky.
Yeah, right. But yeah, thank you very much. If you want more Yuffie content, twitch.tv/Yuffie. I stream Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. I'm a variety streamer that does a lot of like random content, and also if you want more other Yuffie content, I also make comics. I am the writer of the Crown Nexus that you can read down below, and the links below on my Patreon, Pixiv, Webtoons, and Tapas. I try to update Pixiv and Patreon as much as I can.
Feeds beans
but I also
with lemon garnished.
Oh, shut up. I also if you also want to support me, you can support me on my Patreon. All the money that I get from that area I use for my projects. That includes my comics as well as other projects that I'm working on, like games, if I because I like fucking telling people what to do. I also do get a bunch of art using that to like get a bunch of whether Gunnar art or just regular art off to the side, because I'm just that kind of guy. I like that kind of stuff. And also, yeah, but thank you very much for coming by. I really do appreciate YouTube. Yes, help us YouTube. Thank you very much for coming by. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah. I love you all. Bye everybody. The end of the video. I done that a lot, dude.